Not all cheap tools are rubbish. Some are really good value for money. Take this new router lift that I've been sent from Banggood. The quality is absolutely fantastic. And I know a thing or two about router lifts because I've even made my own before. Banggood have sent me the new Enjoywood router lift. And it's so good, it's made me question whether premium brands are always worth the money that you pay for them. Now, if you've been around my channel for any amount of time, you'll know that I love to buy new tools. I love to do a tool review, and I also like to find the best value for my workshop. Now, it's no secret that one of my favourite brands is DeWalt. Yes, it's a little bit more pricey, but they've never let me down. And it's easy to get sucked into that belief that premium brands are always going to offer us the best value for money. So what if some of the new markets offer tools that do just the same job but at a fraction of the price? Now, I've scoured the internet and I've looked for router lifts, and I'll be honest with you, going to the branded deals, you aren't going to come away with any change from £300. That's a lot of money to make something go up and down. So let's dive straight in to this Enjoywood router lift. Looking straight out of the box, I'm amazed at how well packaged this is. There's tons of foam, everything's got a cut out and its own little home, so it's going to be safe in transit while it gets from destination A to your workshop. What I also liked about this tool is the amount of accessories that came with it. I was absolutely blown away. Now, once I've got everything unpackaged and laid out, it's time to have a look what we've got. Now, this thing even comes with its own spanners and Allen keys. It's got all the bolts that you'll need and some screws for screwing in the lugs that are going to hold it into place. What I really like is not only do you get a template to use, but it comes with double-sided tape already attached, just making life that little bit easier. Now, this was my favourite feature, and these are magnetic. I've seen these face plates on quite a few other little models, and you've got to screw them in or twist to lock, and these just stuck straight in on magnets, and it was fantastic. One of the things that I have really enjoyed is the build quality of this. I was expecting it to be a lot cheaper, but just look at how chunky and well made this thing is. So I've ordered a new corded router to go in this, but just for demonstration I thought I'd show you just where the router goes and how easy it is to adjust and fit it. Turn the nut a couple of times and you release the tension and slide your router in and tighten again. It couldn't be easier. So once your router's in and all set, to adjust the height you have this little knob here, operated by a little handle and crankset that comes with it. I really can't get over the quality of this, even down to the measurements, which I've checked against my tape measure, and they're all accurate and everything is bang square. Now, like I said earlier, I've made my own router lift before. It's on the left and it completely fails compared to this one. There's an elegance that this Enjoywood router lift's got that my homemade DIY never will have. Look at how I've had to use cable ties and scrap metal bar to try and make this lift. It was never great, it was always jerk, and that's certainly something I don't have to say for the Enjoygood router. So checking the template for accuracy, and it's absolutely bob on, and that gives me a chance before I install it to show you exactly what you get. So you get a flush trim bit included to help you cut the holes, and these metal lugs sit over the corner. And you can see here how it overlaps with the template. If you imagine that's your table, it'll grip in and just use a bolt and screws provided. So my first thoughts on this then is I can't believe how good a quality this is. I'll be honest, I were expecting a lot of plastic for this to be rather cheap, and it's not. Everything looks really well manufactured, everything looks really solid, and it seems to be a good piece of kit. If I'm honest, I've got just two criticisms. The first one is a little uppy downy ratchet spanner thing. It's a little bit wobbly, and that's quite simple. I know the handle's got to have a little bit of play in it to turn, but then this is simply just an adapter that goes on and it creates a join that's a bit sloppy. For me, why not just bolt this directly in? It'd do the same job and it'd feel a lot firmer and a little bit more premium. The second thing is there's no instructions. Now, don't get me wrong, it only took me a couple of minutes to figure out what to do. It doesn't take a genius, but sometimes if you're looking at dropping something into a workbench where if you make a mistake there's no coming back, just a quick breeze through the instructions would have been really appreciated. But other than that, I'm absolutely made up with this tool. So if you're looking for a cheaper alternate to some of the branded router tables out there, have a look at this. I've popped a link down in the description below and in the pinned comment. Now this is an affiliate link, costs you nothing, but does earn my channel a couple of pounds. So if you want to get one, have a look at the link down below. So at the time of making this video in September 2025, these are selling on Banggood at just over £100. I don't think that that's a bad price when you look at some of the other branded tables and router lifts that are coming in at around £300. Downside is you might have to wait a couple of weeks for delivery compared to overnight from some of your bigger brands that are local to the area. But certainly for me, a £200 saving, I'll quite happily wait 2 weeks. So thank you for watching. If you're new here, I'm Ross. This is Fat Hog Woodworking and I hope to see you on the next video.